Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening, it's Tuesday night. How's everybody tonight? Jay's 89 joined. Welcome. It's Dr. Noelle on Tuesday, 8 Eastern. That's going to be like my TV show time. Welcome. For those who don't know me, I'm Dr. Noelle Mubira. Let me fix the camera. Hi there, Alkert with the numbers. Awesome. Let me introduce myself again. I'm Dr. Noelle Mubira. I'm a former, Barawanic. All right. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. I am Dr. Noelle, former rocket scientist for NASA, IT vice president in banking for years. And what I do now is offer you my spiritual background is as Dr. Noelle. That part of it is a PhD in Bible teaching. So I put all those things together to help you launch your life and engineer your way through life. And what we have tonight is a topic that is near and dear to my heart. Just want to chop it up about what had happened was, I do have a PhD, but I'm from the hood too, so we can talk either way. What had happened was, on the way to your success, did you get detoured? About what? About the things that happen through life. So we're going to start talking about that now. What I want to do is point out some things that you can look forward to happening to you in life, because life happens to everybody. So let me know. I want to know what age group I have on before I start talking about it, and then we can take some questions. So do I have any millennials on? Type in a 1 if you are 33 and younger, like 23, 33. And then if you're over 33, please type in a 2. All right, Barawanics, the millennial. Awesome. I wish I had someone to tell me some of the, you're 30. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's juicy. That's a great age. I really wish I had somebody to tell me some of the stuff I'm telling you about, and also some of the stuff I'm writing about. So let me show you my website address for those of you who don't know. Let's see. All right, I'll cover my face a bit so you can see the light. Okay, drnoellemubira.com. It is also in my bio. Yes, we can follow up privately. I am starting to have coaching sessions. Yes. And the contact information is right here. The Success Shop tab has books on the type of thing that I'm talking about to right now. So we'll maybe have a chance to look at it. But I had a question that made me start thinking, and I said, let me do a scope. A friend of mine says, you're not in aerospace anymore. You're not in NASA. And she said, why? And I started saying, wow, that's a great question, because I was a millennial when I left that field. And the deal was, well, a couple things. There's also always cycles in aerospace because it has to do with defense, which has to do with the government budget, which has to do with who's in office. So 19 was an election year. So that year, prior to that, the space shuttle had blown up, and people got killed in serving, and so there was like a big lull in anything having to do with aerospace. So, I mean, there were layoffs like crazy. I didn't get laid off, but I was like, I'm out of here before they lay me off. And I had a brand new baby coming, so I was like all in love with this little baby, and I got tired of just taking him to daycare like 6 in the morning, leaving, and then I didn't see him again until 6 in the evening. So 6 in the morning I was leaving the house. It's like 12 hours, like he done grown. So I decided, well, I'm gonna just take a chance. I did some things by faith, and I did okay. But had I had someone to tell me what was coming up, then there's a phase in your life where that might not be your surprise, but you could be surprised by changes in your family. Your parents could get sick, anything like that. So there are surprises that happen, but don't be discouraged and don't be just down on life because you don't see a way out, because God always seems to work these things together if you will be patient. So there's another section of life for me was like the relationship matrix, and everybody wants to be loved. We're made that way. But the bottom line with relationships is we teach people how to treat us based on us knowing our own identity. So a lot of times younger people have problems because they really don't have the self-love and confidence. And they don't know themselves enough to really understand what good boundaries are and to protect themselves by those boundaries. So what happens inevitably is relationships can be a lot of time wasted as well as lessons learned. I choose to look at it as lessons learned, but you don't have to learn like that hard. You can get some information, learn from others' mistakes. That is like the wisest thing you could do. Learn from other mistakes. Like I used to just read people's biography. It's like their life. I mean, what they did and how they got around it, and it really shows you that life keeps going. So one good one I loved was Dr. Maya Angelou's biography. And let me see which one it was. It's right here. I think my favorite is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Dr. Maya Angelou. That's a really uplifting book, and it's about her life. And so that's what happens with relationships inevitably. And the same thing really happens for careers, because you're in a relationship with the people at work, and if you don't interact properly, you get the same kind of things. They quit you. Like that, like happens in relationships. So it all goes back to knowing your identity. These are things that I teach about in depth, because motivation, it goes that far, and then you realize it didn't work for me because I found a way to sabotage it, because I didn't believe in myself enough to really think, oh, these steps are going to work for me. So that's why I go beyond motivation to your spirit. Hey, Addicted to Success. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the hearts. And I thank you for inviting your followers as well. I'm talking to millennials today, but not necessarily only. Love to know, thank you for inviting followers. Love to know if you're 33 and below or above. Give me a 1 if you are 33 and below. Hello, Logician 91. Okay, you're 33 and below. So number 2, addicted to success, you got ahead of me. Number 2, you must be 33 and above. Is that correct? Give me another 2 if you're 33 and above, addicted to success. All right, girlfriend. I appreciate that. And thank you, Logician, also for the hearts. Please do. Ooh, he said you don't look it. I'm just saying. I am meddling. I'm meddling. All right, now y'all behave. Y'all behave. That just happened to me. I was in Haiti, and the sun just hit me just right. And this young guy was like, thought I was his age. I'm like, no, brother, you like my son's age. Anywho, I am Dr. Noelle. Let me reset. Yeah, girl. Let me reset. I'm Dr. Noelle, former rocket scientist for NASA. And we're talking about some things that you can expect in your life that that are bumps in the road. You know, the common phrase of what had happened was I was headed towards success and I got into the relationship matrix and I wasted a lot of time because I didn't know my identity. So these are things I teach on. I'm also building a coaching, virtual group coaching as well as individual. I'm building that with Coach Danielle. If anybody knows Coach Danielle Winningham, you know she is got me on the right track. Of course, I had all of this experience, 20 years of leadership and ministry. That's what my doctorate is in, Bible teaching. Yeah, that's your coach too. And you know she's the bomb. Yes, I'm in the money lab. And also, let me share with you my website, drnoelmubaira.com. It's also in my profile for Periscope. When you go to the Success Shop, I have a 5-part series on these type of topics, talking about how to find a safe ministry, how to stop putting things ahead of God, how things about mentorship, about knowing you're loved, and also the 5th one is spiritual emancipation, about getting away from fear, getting away from the things that hold you back, self-doubt, all of those things. Hello, thank you for joining. I missed your name. Would you tell me that name again by just typing in your name? Yeah, so those are good things. Those are 2 are available right now. There are a couple of pre-orders, and those will be out July 29th. July 29th. So I'm excited about that. All right, so where we left off was what had happened was I was on my way to success, or what I thought was success. And this is really some things from my life, and we're just chopping it up. On my way to success, degree, everything. But if you don't know who you are and what God says about you, you don't value yourself properly, you find a way to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? And then there's surprises, and then, you have to really learn how to navigate through. It could be like for my industry, the space shuttle blew up, and, funding started just going. And so then there was an election, and there was less funding, and everybody around me was getting laid off. So I was like, before you lay me off, I'm out. But that was a good move. I did that because I had a brand new baby, and I wanted to stop, spending 12 hours away from him every day. Basically, I didn't get home till like 6 or 7, and I'd leave the house at 6 in the morning. He's walked and it was at the babysitters, and, it was like, enough is enough. I had a lot going on, and I just said, let me just take some time, and I never regretted it. I didn't do all things wisely, but still, God will work with you if you, just step out there on some things. So, at the end, I sure would like to ask some questions. Have you asked me some questions as well? So, we're talking about the relationship matrix and how you need to know yourself, have proper boundaries about how people treat you and how you allow yourself to be treated. They can't treat you any worse than you allow, and they won't treat you any better, really, than you treat yourself. So we then went on to the why motivation doesn't work. When I say motivation, I mean even someone like Coach Danielle. I tell you what, if you haven't come to the place where you are acting in faith and knowing that this area is where I'm gifted by God to do this, and I'm going for it by faith. If you don't, and you're just taking it as like success head knowledge, and it's just another class, after a while, it won't work for you like it should, because you'll find a way to mess it up. And that's why I key so much on identity. I was really blessed to be in a one-on-one with a mentor for 16 years until she died about 3 years ago. And she was really a trailblazer, and one who was about 15 years ahead of me or so, age-wise. But the thing about it was that she was such a humble individual. She would never, allow me to put her up on a pedestal or anything like that. But in serving, I learned so much. I learned how to serve others. I learned the faith that it takes. I learned the behind the scenes of what leaders go through. And all those kinds of things are in my writing, but more importantly, they're in me. And as I build my life, all of those trial and errors have brought me to a place that has brought me into a place of divine connections. It's really a place. If you study Lance Wallnau at all, I recommend some of his earlier stuff on convergence. There's God will make circumstances come together like this. I was in Puerto Rico. I'll tell you the story because today, it was a year ago that it happened. I was in Puerto Rico, minding my own business. Thank you. Thank you so much. And please tell me your name. So I had gone through some stuff, relationship matrix and everything, divorce actually. So I said, I'm taking me a cruise. Went on a cruise all by myself, Sandra Meadows. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it. So I went on this cruise in Puerto Rico and minding my own business. And got there, they took me to the wrong hotel. Took me an hour out of my way and all this and that. And God just said, just have a attitude of gratitude. And how bad is it? You're in Puerto Rico, okay? So I got to the right hotel about an hour later. It's about lunchtime. I'm hungry and everything. So I walked into the hotel, and lo and behold, over here is somebody I know from ministering. She's a huge person of influence in the worship arts. She has about 10,000 people in her organization. She's standing there in the lobby. And me, I go up to her like she knows me through the camera. Hey, girl, I'm a dancer as well. And so we were talking. She's like, well, what, are you here for a dance conference? I was like, no, you need to stop playing with me. What dance conference? International dance conference at the hotel, which is the right hotel, which they took me to the wrong hotel. She wasn't supposed to even be downstairs because she's running the whole thing. So they brought her lunch. She's like, I don't feel like eating this. Let me go downstairs. At the very same time, I'm coming in the door. God does stuff like that. I tell you what. Narika! How are you, Lexi Love? Mwah. We're talking about divine connections like me and you. And then we have a new sister, Chandra. So we got to the part of, we're talking about bumps in the road to greatness. But and how God works all things together. So a year ago today, and thank you for the hearts. And Narika, please try and give me some hearts. So, divine connections. A year ago today, I called her today. I said, we having a BFF anniversary. She cracked up. She's on her way to Suriname. She's like, I'm taking you with me. I got your ring. I was like, I want to go. And I still have a 9-year-old, so sometimes I can go, sometimes I can't. I just got back from Haiti with the lady on today, Lexi. So anyhow, divine connections, I tell you. So it started a year ago with her name is Dr. Pamela Hardy, and she's just awesome. Like, find out if you don't know. So that connection really, was a genuine friendship as well, as we're like sharpening each other. And I've done some of her events, and because of her organization, who was also teaching authorship, I ended up writing the books, which ended up, taking me further to the next connection. And one of the connections was Periscope, and that's how I met Lexi, who's on, and we just got back from Haiti together with another divine connection. So I just encourage you that there is a light that God has, and there's a level of convergence where everything starts to come together, and at that time is the time and season when do not miss any appointments that God has for you. This is not the season to be guessing, and to some extent, I don't think those things really come until you're ready to really walk in it. But in case you ain't quite sure, I'm just telling you from my experience, when those things start happening, you really have to honor that as God and always pray about it, but honor it as God directing you. Unless you feel some other way, that in prayer you find that this opportunity is not what it seems to be, that's another story. But I'm talking about true divine connections. God speeds up time like that. So at this point in my life, because of one or two other connections, I'm on my way to international business, which when I was in Haiti, I just said I'm going into international business. Okay. Don't know a soul except where, in the islands still. I'm talking about I'm going to Dubai and Saudi and Nigeria called and Kenya. And Ghana is not too far off, and I'm telling you what God will do. So ladies and gents, I know there's some gents on there. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yay, God, and just let him dig out the gifts in you. And these are the kind of things that when I say in my book, the big one, Serving Your Way to Success. I'll pull it up if we have a moment. I don't want to take you past 8:30, but we might. Because if you have Q&A, let me know. All right, I'm pulling it up. And while I'm doing that, would you let me know if you want Q&A? Guys, it's just us. Come on. Cool. Cool? So, oops. Funny. I guess let's do digits. I'm an engineer. Uno for yes, two for no. It's about the Q&A. Oh, okay. All right. So that helps me gauge how long I'll be on the website thing. Uno. Yes. And guess what happened, by the way? I'm in Haiti, and God brings back, I haven't spoken French since college, okay? God brought back French to me like this. Lexi, if you still there, God gave you a language too, didn't he? I hope you put somewhere where you can type in. I need an amen on that one. You were there. I was speaking French and not interpreting, but speaking to the people we were actually distributing medical help. And I was at least able to ask them what was wrong. And the other lady who was on was able to do like crowd control and all that in a language. Can you see who is still there? I can see you, so I probably could. I've never scoped. Yeah, I can see a number, but the numbers aren't always right. I can tell you that because I'll have a number when you get off the scope, you'll see live viewers. And it's always more than there. So I say no, it's not right. Yeah, so here it is. It says 5. See, on my side it says 1. See what I mean? I'm going to just flip around and show you the website. Explore your journey to success. We're going to launch your life in the virtual coaching and online courses. So this is the home page. You get it. Rocket science. You get that right. All right. Now on the arrows, you can just click right on there. Thank you. Isn't that beautiful? It's just our universe. It's just that beautiful. So this is the Success Shop with the books available. Got a mentor, pros and cons. I'm changing that to July 29th, guys. But it says July 30th. All right. Spiritual emancipation. And that one is about confronting what holds you back. Ignorance, fear, procrastination. Just things you need to do. Get out your own way. Who's your daddy? Who did your webpage? When you go here, you got to go here, right? You're going anyway, right? Support the books, guys. They're very, very reasonable. Skip Starbucks and all that sugar or whatever. Pack your lunch for a day and buy an ebook. Down here, M7 Creative. This will take you right to their website. She's awesome, and she's a friend of mine. A millennial who I really love. Met her in Haiti. Okay, are you too busy for God? Rewards and sacrifices of a true disciple. This is the big book. Let me click on that. It's a little weird. You have to click outside of the buy now, which is annoying. But Serving Your Way to Success. Foreword by Dr. Patricia D. Bailey. Her picture will be on the front. And that book is all of what I'm telling you. And that will also be, thank you. That'll be out. And it's available on pre-order because it's going to the printer. So you will get it September 1st. Let me show you about me. Some of what I told you today in my leadership experience and management and corporate as well as leadership. spiritual leadership. And down the very bottom where you see this bold is my press kit. When you open that, you'll see my partners and clients who are using my services today. And I just got my first international client in Haiti, working with the owner of the place where we stayed to bring some business empowerment workshops down there. So that's awesome. Then I have some testimonials on here. Let's see. Sandy Connor from Philly wrote. And then Gary Washington. Let me just read a real quick one. All right, let's see what Gary has to say. Gary is CEO of Ascension Development Corporation in Dallas, Texas. Are you too busy for God? Is really a priority shaker that causes you to check your heart to see if you've forgotten the value of your relationship with the source of your existence, your true Father. And that is so awesome because when you read Sandy's, she also reviews that book, and then Gary reviews Who's Your Daddy. But these two say like the same thing. And then in my About page, there's more testimonials in my press kit. Then there's a contact page where you can contact me any kind of way and leave me some feedback in a message. And thank you, Lexi, for your feedback. I got that. I'm going to do Q&A with you. So let me double tap again. Acting crazy, but we're gonna get there. Here we go. Not taking no nonsense from this camera. Okay, so I'm sure you had time to think of write or ask or think of what you want to ask. So shoot a question over. See, hopefully I can get to it or get right back to you. Let me get a pen too while we're doing Q&A time, guys. And so it was requested, so I'm expecting. And there could be a delay, so I'm just going to wait patiently. What will you be doing internationally? I have a call tomorrow. I am, a degreed engineer, so I may be teaching some project management tools, especially geared toward technology. But I'm talking to the person who kind of knows what the needs are tomorrow. So I will know which way to gauge. Because then there's also personal development. And I would have to gear it with biblical principles that don't disagree. You know what I mean? So I'm not preaching Jesus in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Respecting their culture. Understanding that God's principles work everywhere. When did I do my first book? My first book I did in Danielle's class called the ebook class. I have been writing those since 9. I used to do poetry like this. I used to live in the library. And, I didn't know it was a gift. I just thought people did that. And then when I got to college, I had I had a really good experience in high school when I did something because I didn't feel like studying. I did this real analytical way of doing it, and it took me a minute, and because I never wanted to study it, and I got an A, and they passed this thing around, and oh my God, and I was like, I never forgot that, and I had a lot of good grades, but I tell you. So, then I got to college and there was this expository, flowery kind of writing. How long? I'll tell you. So, expository writing, real flowery and real fiction-y and all Toni Morrison. I love her, but I can't do all that. So, that's not my style. And so I didn't think it was a writing gift because I didn't write like people like Toni Morrison. And so, until I got with my mentor. My mentor was like, girl, this is a gift. And then I was at another church and they were like, can you be the chief and teach this and that. And I was like, what? So anyway, it's been in me, and I had an outline since like 2000. But when I met Pam Hardy a year ago, I enrolled in that organization's courses. So the thing I say, hire someone. If you don't hire someone, it's going to be a project on the back burner like forever. So the book itself, the course is 11 months, and it's very part-time. I mean, I could have been done. And so I started the course in November, and the book is done, going to the editor now. And that is, July, the 7th month, plus 2 more months. So 9 months, like carrying a baby, right? It didn't have to take 9 months. I could have done it in like 6. No, it's not. And I'm talking about part-time. If I really wanted to do a book, probably could do it in 30 days. But I like to kind of let it marinate. This is some good stuff that I wrote. So I like to let it marinate, let God speak, let God breathe. I'm sleeping on it. That's just me. But the ebooks, when you have to put something in short order, like, in an ebook, it makes you more focused. It makes you really get to the point and get the answers that you said you were going to do in the beginning of the ebook. You say, it's going to answer these questions, and you better answer these questions, and not too long, because people don't like to read as much. So ebooks are another great way. And how long did it take? So that was answering your one question. Any other questions? I'm going to wait because there's that delay thing. But I don't know if there's a delay on the heart, so throw up a heart or something if we're going to continue on the question, or if not, feel free to go to my page. What was the confirmation for you to go ahead and launch business? Because I knew I had been supposed to did that. Confirmation, no. Girl, confirmation was every prophecy I can think of since 1999 about millionaire status and business, and I knew it. It's all in my blood. I mean, back to my grandmother had a $1 million business. But you know how sometimes we delay. You know what had happened was I was on my way to success, and got distracted, I'm telling you, got distracted. The best of us can still get distracted. So actually, when I had, and family can play a part into that. So when I decided to divorce, it really, sorry, but it opened up doors. I could focus, and that's when all the divine connections started happening, to tell you the truth. So that's what happened. What had happened was I was undervaluing myself, and I stopped it. Cut that nonsense out. And I hit a certain age number too. I was like, I told God I need to, what I'm saying. I told God I need to know the truth by a certain age, and I be certain that God set it up so that it was 6 months before that, so I saw what it was, and I wasn't having it, and so all the paperwork went down, ended up stuff going to the judge on my birthday, girl. I'm just saying, I ain't even had no part in that. It was the law office that said, it's Christmas, but ma'am, we want this to happen for you as fast as possible. They came in Christmas week. And And the judge, I don't know why they was working that holiday, y'all. It's like, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Right. So may I ask you, where are you from? Where are you from? Let me know. Miss Meadows, I want to say, is it Sandra or Chandra? Oh, you live in Alabama? Okay. All right. Ooh, do you know Sharon Nesbitt? You from Cali? Okay. Dr. Sharon Nesbitt, Alabama? Let me know if you know. Sandra. Okay, I thought so because that's my favorite cousin's name. Do you know Sharon Nesbitt? Ooh. She preaches for, I met her down in Dallas, Texas. Google. She's on Periscope too. Dr. Sharon Nesbitt with 2 T's. Nesbitt. I don't know what part of Alabama, and I know Alabama can be pretty big, so. And I wouldn't know what, I just know she's very good because I met her. She is Tuscaloosa, yeah. Well, I don't know. Could be far, but not far by internet and everything. YouTube, all that. So that's it for tonight, family. And my new friend Sandra, thank you. I appreciate it. So I will be on my hours, my office hours on Periscope are, I'm not going to say Monday because I'm in a class. So no sense of me coming on and being distracted. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is kicking it. And one of the 2 days, I'm not going to say on the weekends because it varies, but it'll be one of the 2 days. Generally, it's Friday and Sunday. And 8 o'clock, since my IT team made my little icon thing, 8 o'clock will be my time, 8 o'clock Eastern. So look for me. Thank you. And do go to the website, pick up something. And thank you very much. I enjoyed you being here. Thank you so much. God bless and good night.